in a bit. In the meantime, I will continue with the stories. The leadership of organized labor said it has succeeded in securing deeper commitments from the federal government in its efforts to attract palliatives to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal. President of Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Joe Adero, disclosed this while fielding questions from State House journalists after meeting for the first time with President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa in Abuja since the ongoing engagement. This is coming on the heels of the ongoing nationwide protest that rocked the entire country on Wednesday. Adero said the NLC leadership is going back to hold further consultations with the members of its National Executive Council at their meeting, which will be held on Thursday. The meeting comes just hours after the unions followed through on their plans to protest the economic hardship triggered by the discontinuance of petrol subsidy, as Tinubu announced on May 29.
A peaceful protest is what they called it, and a peaceful protest indeed it was. Members of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Trade Union Congress, TUC, and other union members chanting songs of solidarity as they marched through the streets of Ikeja. Despite some saying the protest was wrongly timed considering the fact that the government is just 2 months old, there are those who believe this protest was justified and perfectly timed.
I think the protest even came too late, because there should have been an immediate reaction to that attack on the survival of the people when fuel subsidy was removed on May 29. But I guess, the civil society groups, labor, all of them have become also lethargic. And there's some level of complacency, I must say, that is very, very sad. But it's, better late than never.
As far as I'm concerned, the government will have to go back to the drawing table. First of all, this country has invested close to $6 billion on fixing refineries, $2.7 billion to fix as our contribution to Dangote refinery, $1.5 billion to fix Port Harcourt refinery, $1.4 billion to fix Warri and Kaduna refineries. Nigerians are demanding for explanation. What has happened to the huge fund?
Fully armed police officers lined the streets to ensure the protest wasn't hijacked by hoodlums or result in any kind of violence as feared by many. On arriving the State House of Assembly, the procession came to a halt and the crowd was addressed by union leaders. Responding to the demands of the union, the Deputy Governor said their message was well received and will be passed on to the appropriate quarters.
A lot of things have been said. We have heard you. And the letter has been given to us. What we all want is a better Nigeria. And I'm sure that we will get there. But the leadership has said we should dialogue. We will dialogue.
The union said this protest was necessitated by the recent economic hardship Nigerians are currently facing, which was caused by the removal of petrol subsidy, amongst other issues. Pump prices have more than doubled, thus affecting the general cost of living.
The protest has finally come to an end, and today's activity has come to a close at the Lagos State House of Assembly, where several persons have addressed the crowd, including and notably the Deputy Governor of Lagos State. The Labour Congress members are asking not just for increase in wages, but for the reduction in corruption, for explanations to why certain policies are being put in place, and for Nigerians to have better lives. What effect this particular protest will have remains to be seen. But definitely, Labour Union are saying that this is not going to be the end. They will not back down until Nigerians eventually begin to reap the true benefits and dividends of democracy. Bernard Akede, reporting for News Central.